thank you guys all for coming out. And thank you guys for supporting this event. And I think you all understand the reason I'm doing this. I just want you guys to come together and be able to be in this space together. I think this is one of the most special groups that I know. And I think that we all kind of feel the same way about just the reason that we're here. So take advantage of the time, take advantage of the space, and hopefully take those relationships for the rest of this week and the rest of this year. And just thank you.
Show us your jacket. Go in the dark. Tiene una chaqueta que brilla en la oscuridad.
So actually in the dark it's a lot nice.
Are you excited about VeeCon?
Oh, most definitely. I can't wait to meet Neil Patrick Harris at some point.
Estamos esperando a Gary Vee, que viene por aquí. Yes! It's good to see you. Miss you. Look at me. Look at that, look at that. Look at that suit.
I just wanted to thank all of you. When I thought about this brand, I named it Vee Friends. And the reason I named it Vee Friends was, as I started thinking through what I was going to actually execute, this intellectual property that I wanted to build, and this conference that I wanted to build, and this community that I already knew existed, I already knew who you were because I was interacting with you individually, or I was consuming you individually.
Yep.
So I knew what we had. And I also knew that there would be ebbs and flows on this journey. I just thank you, and obviously I'm around, and if there's anything I can answer the microphones that I have, I'm really looking forward to it. So thank you.
Hola a todos, estoy aquí con Gary Vee. How are you, Gary? Excited about VeeCon?
Very excited.
What are you most looking forward to?
Getting through it without any issues. You know, when you throw the party, you're always worried about the guests.
Yes.
There's a lot of guests here.
I know.
There's a lot to do. The first big one, we're over the hump. Even though the math looked good a year ago to do the first day outside, it could have rained.
It could have rained, I
And
remember.
so this is beautiful. I'm excited about that. I'm excited that even in the first beginnings, a little bit yesterday, this morning, I think people are really ready to continue to build relationships with each other.
Yes,
And
they
that's
are.
big for me. I see it, and I know what the ROI
I
of
love
that
the
is.
community you've created, and
Thank you.
it's thanks to you that we're here.
And you know, and there's so many ebbs and flows. It's well documented where prices are and things of that nature.
Yeah.
But I feel like one of the reasons I knew VeeCon was a good idea when I did it, when I thought of it 2 years ago, was it's almost like meditation.
Yes.
I got this for you. You know, once a year, no matter what else is going on,
Yes.
it allows us to all come back together and like really understand why I named it Vee Friends.
Exactly.
The characters are friends with each other,
Yes.
and the holders are friends with each other,
Yes.
and that's important to me.
I call everyone my fellow Vee friend. Like, you're my Vee friend, my Vee friend.
You know what I mean? So
Yes, I do.
I'm excited to deliver on that. I think the content is outrageous.
Yes.
I think people are going to be blown away. I think we get a lot of tweaks from last year.
Last year?
I'm excited about the pins.
Yeah.
I always thought that at the Olympics where people trade pins.
Yes.
So I think for a lot of people, getting each other to trade with each other is going to be a big thing. So I'm excited about that. If that happens, it might,
Yes.
it might not.
Well,
I'm excited to get started in a couple hours.
yeah. Thank you so much. Muchas actividades, mucho que hacer. ¿Cómo la estás pasando?
Muy bien.
Bueno, este es mi amigo Fernando Ansúrez, si no lo conocen,
Hola,
tienen que seguirlo.
¿cómo están? Buenas
Es el-
tardes, saludos a toda la audiencia grandísima del Cono Sur y otros continentes lejanos. Saludos desde aquí, desde el epicentro de VeeCon 2023.
VeeCon 2023. Bueno, esta mañana estuvimos con Gary Vee en un brunch. Ahí vieron algunos videitos que saqué con él. Este es como la inauguración del evento VeeCon. Esto es lo que llaman el Field Day, como día outdoors. Entonces las conferencias oficialmente empiezan mañana. Estaré mostrando más. Bueno, aquí estábamos recién con Andy Krainak. Él es el presidente de Vee Friends, así que él está a cargo de la marca Vee Friends. El año pasado también pude compartir un poco con él en la conferencia y muy pronto lo voy a estar entrevistando para mi podcast. Stay tuned.
Who's here? We go!
Watch round, let's go, back to VeeCon.
Y bienvenidos al día 1 oficialmente de VeeCon. Acabamos de entrar aquí al Lucas Oil Stadium.
VeeCon 2023, we ready? First, I just want to thank everybody for being here. I'm so excited about 2023. How did we feel about last night? Woo! By show of clapping, how many people is in your first VeeCon? Clap it up. So, for those people, so many of you DM'd me, emailed me, I've seen your tweets, I've seen your answers in Discord. What you were sending me last night and this morning is absolutely true, which is this community is impossible to fully understand until you actually physically feel it. Watching all of you interact with each other yesterday was by far the best part of the conference for me. And so I want everyone to be as loud as humanly possible for each other right now. And I want to So knowing so many of you are on this journey right now, and knowing so many of you will be on this journey in the future, I thought there was no better way than to kick off VeeCon than to have Sasha and AJ Vaynerchuk join me up here. So give a huge VeeCon welcome to Sasha and AJ Vaynerchuk. What was hard for you?
Well, being a little bit competitive by nature, I think it was in the beginning was a little bit of a competition between myself and my son Gary.
AJ, what about for you? You came into a different situation. You're on the other side of this equation. You know, when we started Vayner Media, you know, I was the older statesman. What was most challenging?
I mean, honestly, it's a cop-out, but there was no aspect that was challenging in the day-to-day workings. I think the fact that we were 11 years apart and you were already really successful by the time I got into business made it very clear that you were the 1A, and you were the 1 and I was the 2, CEO, COO. So, you know, I think you would attest, we never had any conflict Gary and I have never happened in the office or in business. It's been on the basketball court or playing a board game.
What an honor to be here. I was here last year. And I want to thank you for all the amazing DMs and all the messages that I got. I honestly got to my head a little. I came here with my chest puffed out a little bit. And I was walking in, this just happened. I was walking in the back where all the expo stuff is, and a couple came over to me. And the lady said, "Would you mind taking a photo?" And I was like, "It's happening already. I love it." Absolutely. So I grabbed the phone. I'm like, "I got longer arms than you." And I get in to take, I'll take the selfie. And as I'm about to take the picture, she stopped me. She said, "No, I wanted you to take a picture of my husband and I by the VeeCon." I'm like, this is getting off to a great start. Oh my God. I've built entire businesses based on enthusiasm and soul. If you're not gonna pour your soul into everything you do on your napkin, don't even waste your time doing it, man. Don't even waste your time doing it. I operate with soul. A couple of years ago, I decided I was gonna go live on a monastery with 8 monks that have been there for 50 years. And as I'm going to the monastery, I decided, it's a full stand moment, man. I gotta go all in, I'm going all in. I gotta get my mind right for the monastery. So I decided I'm gonna shave my head. My head has been my trademark, my hair forever. So it looked a little something like this. And as I'm going to the monastery, come on, Wiz. as I'm going to the monastery, I walk in and they put me in a room that's 10 feet wide with one bed and one light. How we doing, Dev? How am I looking, by the way?
Ok, ya estamos aquí afuera del estadio para volver a ingresar a VeeCon. Un breve resumen de lo que ha sido el día de hoy. En la mañana empezó Gary Vee con su speech para inaugurar el evento. Luego estuvo con su hermano y con su papá, muy bonito, una muy bonita familia, muy bonito ejemplo de una familia que trabaja junta en negocio. Luego vimos a Jesse
Good job on your content.
Oh,
you
thank
do a
you
good
so
job.
much.
I saw your video with Gary on Twitter yesterday.
Thank you.
I'm trying to think which one it was.
It was on Twitter.
You met him, and I can't remember what you talked about.
We met at the Spectacular brunch.
That's right.
Yes.
You have a spectacular?
I do, of course.
Okay, I have a what is it? Sweet Swan.
A sweet swan?
So,
What background?
It is the bubblegum.
Bubblegum.
And then I have an epic positive porcupine that I traded a Tesla Roadster for it. So
A car?
a car.
An actual real life
actual
car? Was that worth it?
I mean, financially at this point, definitely the car is worth more. But I just met with Gary, and Gary signed my book, and he was like, you know, I love how positive you are. You're always so positive. And I didn't tell him. I'm like, well, it's because I have a positive porcupine.
Whoa.
So maybe that's it. He knows the vibe.
That's the punchline.
Yep. All right. Keep it up.
Muy bien. Alguien que me estaba felicitando por el video cortito que hice con Gary, que de hecho ya lo viste en este vlog. Bueno, vimos a Jesse Itzler, un gran sujeto muy inspiracional. Te recomiendo que lo sigas. No hace contenido en español, pero estoy trabajando para entrevistarlo para mi podcast, mi canal de YouTube y mi programa Mentes Exitosas. Mentesexitosas.com si quieres ver entrevistas con los más grandes subtituladas al español. Y ahora vamos a entrar a un panel con Drew Barrymore, la actriz, así es, así que let's go. Ok, ya estamos adentro del estadio. Hay mucha gente, así que estamos literalmente al final de la última fila. Estamos esperando que llegue Drew Barrymore y creo que va a estar con otra persona también. Ya les mostraré.
A lot of us grew up watching you, so it's so cool to have you here on the VeeCon stage, right everyone? Thank you so much for having Shay and I. We're so happy to be here, and just thanks for joining us in this conversation. Well, yeah, so we want to get right into it because you've been doing beautiful things, literally and figuratively.
I want to be silly, I want to be joyful, and if I had to pretend to be any other way, I would fail miserably. So license to work really hard because it's going to get so serious all the time anyway. The more you can fight against that by having the most joy that you can will be an antidote to all the work that goes into everything you guys do. That's the hard part, is the work. But if you can find the joy and the goofiness and the silliness, I think that's so crucial for me to get through it all.
VeeFriends Museum. Esta es una colección de figurines, merchandising, todo lo que se ha lanzado en VeeFriends. Some of the original drawings. Bueno, ahora hay un tobogán ahí abajo, así que voy a lanzarme por ese tobogán. Vamos a ver cómo sale. Estoy de vuelta en mi habitación de hotel, que no se las voy a mostrar porque está muy desordenada. Ese fue el primer día como oficial de VeeCon. El comienzo de este vlog era lo que se llama el Field Day, donde el día antes de las conferencias siempre hay actividades al aire libre, hay algunos speakers de la comunidad en este caso. Yo de hecho apliqué para que me eligieran como speaker de la comunidad, pero no me eligieron, así que veremos el próximo año. Pero hoy era ya la conferencia oficialmente, con los speakers ya hay más power, y espero que te haya gustado lo que compartí contigo. en este vlog. Y si fue así, por favor, asegúrate de dejar un comentario. Mañana estoy muy emocionada porque mañana me toca tener 2 minutitos más con Gary y ahí le voy a preguntar qué planes tiene, qué pasa después de 2024. Voy a ver qué le alcanzo a preguntar en ese momento y voy a ver si alcanzo a incluirlo en el vlog y si no, pues ya les cuento. Ahora mismo voy saliendo, vamos a una fiesta de lanzamiento de Tom Bilyeu de su project Kaizen, así que ahí voy a compartir un poquito más antes de cerrar este vlog. Nos vemos ahí.
That promises to surprise and delight players as they solve mysteries, unlock secrets, and embed themselves in a world that is truly alive.
Now, imagine what that starts looking like when you guys get to put your grubby little paws in it. And you get to start making some of those tweaks. Or maybe you solve a puzzle that nobody solved yet, and the world changes because you did that.